do you wish to still proceed without an attorney?
I just want to know, where do you get
Do
your
you
powers?
wish
Are
to
you an Article
proceed?
3 judge or an Article 6 judge? Where
Do
are your
you
vested
wish to
powers? Can you
proceed
answer
without
that?
an attorney?
You can't even answer
look
me
it
what your
up.
powers are.
You can look it up.
No, you guys disconnected my access to any kind of law library or anything. You are an Article 6 judge under the Michigan Constitution. You have no authority to deprive me of my
You'll
rights.
see how much authority I have.
This sovereign citizen looked Judge Simpson dead in the eye and asked him where he gets his authority, and Judge Simpson showed him exactly where. Daniel McGew, this sovereign citizen here, walked in facing a 4th DUI, fleeing and eluding, and escape from custody. And his entire legal strategy was to copyright his own name and claim he has no contracts with the state of Michigan. I've covered hundreds of these kinds of people, and this guy is genuinely one of the most delusional defendants I've ever seen on this channel. This one does not end well for him at all. Let's get into it.
Sir, state your name.
I'm here on a special appearance, Your Honor, for McGew is Easy Elastical Trust, registered in Jackson County, under case number 2522246.
Okay, is your name Daniel McGrew?
Your Honor, that is the name you seek, and it is copyrighted and trademarked.
Okay, very well. Ms. McGrew, are you represented by an attorney, or do you wish to be represented by an attorney on these matters?
I am not.
Do you wish to be?
No. Not at this time.
Let me then do this. You have 2 cases before this court. The complaint does allege that on March 27, 2004, you committed the offense of operating while intoxicated. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I do not.
You do not understand
There is
that?
no eyewitnesses or corroborating witnesses at all.
I'm not asking whether or not the proofs are there. Do you understand what you are charged with?
I do not.
Do you understand the notion of drunk driving?
I do not understand how I could be
We've been
charged with
through this
something without a
before on
witness.
your other cases when you represent yourself, so we'll just do it.
Are you talking about the case that's in federal court right now,
You
Your
are
Honor?
before a complaint in that case for a charge of operating while intoxicated, 3rd offense. Because it's a 3rd offense, that is a felony. It is punishable by up to $500 to $5,000, up 1 to 5 years incarceration.
As I am here and as a trust, Your Honor, I am here in exclusive equity. Exclusive equity. My license is
Count
canceled,
3.
not suspended or revoked. It
Count
is
3
canceled through the state
on
of
that
Michigan.
complaint.
Canceled.
A $1,000 fine.
I was never arrested or read any Miranda rights accordingly.
Assume, given that the defendant is talking in English, that he understands English, understands the nature of those charges and what he's charged against.
So malicious prosecution by
wishes
Washington
to
County
represent
prosecutor as
himself.
usual.
Sir, there is great peril in representing yourself. You will be held to the same standards as anybody apply or for.
This is a matter under the Eastern
Not
District of
assist you
Michigan
in
Federal
any
Court.
way, or
Case
show
number
you any
2511226.
favoritism because you were not represented by counsel. I would further indicate, sir, that at any point during these proceedings, if you wish to be represented by counsel, you can make that request to the court and counsel would be appointed to represent you. Because of the defendant's conduct in the past in not acknowledging the court and what the court is saying, the court does make the presumption that he does speak English. He understands that. I would further state on the record that Mr. McGew has been through this process before. He does understand that if he does wish to be represented by counsel, the court would give him counsel or would have counsel appointed to represent him in this matter. In the case 25F30979, in that case, sir, you are before a complaint that alleges that on or about July 3rd of 2025, count 1 is fleeing and eluding 4th degree.
Added on by the
Police
prosecutor's
officer.
office after the
Sir,
fact.
that is a felony, punishable by up
Malicious
to 2 years
prosecution.
incarceration and a $2,000 fine plus court costs, mandatory suspension by the Secretary of State.
My Secretary of
2
State, anything
is
is canceled. I have no contracts with the state of
Vehicle,
Michigan.
that is a misdemeanor.
This
Charged
is a matter of trust, Your Honor. This is a matter of trust. I am protected
to
under a
90
trust.
days.
At some point, you have to wonder who is actually out there telling these guys this stuff works, because there is clearly a pipeline somewhere feeding people this information. I mean, the international driver's permit, the federal trust, the copyrighted name. I mean, this isn't one random idea. This is honestly just a whole curriculum that somebody sat down and wrote out. And the wildest part is he fully believes every single word of it. I mean, there's not a moment of doubt on this dude's face at all. all. And I've watched enough of these people to know that the more paperwork they bring in, the more convinced they are that they've cracked the code. And Judge Simpson has seen this guy before too, which means this isn't even a new routine. He's run the same play in the same courtroom and still thinks it's going to land differently this time. And I just love how Judge Simpson is sitting there with the patience of somebody who has seen this exact movie before and already knows how it ends.
Jail, a $100 fine plus court cost. Count 3 on that complaint alleges operating a motor vehicle without security. That is a misdemeanor, not punishable by not more than 1 year incarceration and not less than $200 nor $500 fine plus court cost. Count 4 is operating while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor.
All of my registrations are through the federal government. I have federal government registration. I do not have contracts with the
Vehicle could
state.
be subject to mobilization. Count 5 on that complaint alleges refusal to obey refusal to.
I have an international driver's
Police
permit.
officer. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court cost. I would indicate to the defendant the same admonishments regarding the perils in representing oneself that I stated in the other case also apply to this case.
Were you served your
And that
notice
if
and
the
summons yet, Your Honor?
wishes to have counsel appointed, the court would consider or would appoint counsel to represent him in this matter, and he apparently wishes to proceed.
Were you served your notice
Having
and summons
notice
for federal
of
court?
the charges, sir, do you wish to still proceed without an attorney?
I just want to know, where do you get
Do
your
you
powers?
wish
Are
to
you an Article
proceed?
3 judge or an Article 6 judge? Where
Do
are your
you
vested
wish to
powers? Can you
proceed
answer
without
that?
an attorney?
You can't even answer
look
me
it
what your
up.
powers are.
You can look it up.
No, you guys disconnected my access to any kind of law library or anything. You are an Article 6 judge under the Michigan Constitution. You have no authority to deprive me of my
We'll
rights.
see how much authority I have. I will assume that you wish
This is
to
a matter
proceed
of
without
trust.
counsel. I will assume you wish to proceed without counsel and that you will wish to continue to proceed.
Practicing law from the
until you
bench.
Inform the court otherwise. Ms. Lundy.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is the court completed the arraignment for the record at this time?
Well, he had been arraigned. I was just admonishing him of the perils of representing himself and that it requires in part that I let him know what he is charged with. And I've read them kind of in fully, more so than I would have because he refuses to acknowledge those. So I am satisfied that he now knows all of the charges that are against him.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people would like to be heard on bond when appropriate.
All right. Do you wish to have a preliminary examination, sir?
This is a matter of a federal matter now, Your Honor, under case number 2511226, under the Eastern District of Michigan, under the Honorable Mark A. Goldsmith and Magistrate Judge David R. Grand. There is no proceeding here, Your Honor.
There is no proceeding. Oh, there's a proceeding.
Well, malicious prosecution is what the proceeding is.
Okay, very good. Do you wish to have a preliminary examination?
There's no proceeding, Your Honor. This is a matter that should be stayed and
What is
dismissed.
people's position on whether or not we should set this for a preliminary examination or adjourn the probable cause?
Your Honor, I don't know if the defendant has received all discovery in this matter as he is representing himself, so I would request a probable cause date, potentially.
Because you've got to send it.
Yeah, and who restricted my phone
Probable
calls?
cause Conference, you know what?
Who,
You're gonna have to stop interrupting. I will give you an opportunity. You've been before me before. I will give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say. But I'm not gonna have you interrupt me and I'm not gonna have you interrupt the people when they're talking.
co-defendants with the federal case that you guys are both in, and this is a conflict of interest as both of you guys are defendants in my federal case.
Go ahead.
I also understand, Your Honor, that there is a municipal case out of Canton Township that was set for a jury trial in April of this year where the defendant failed to appear. And there were jurors, there was a veneer that had been brought in.
This is the part where it stops being funny and starts becoming impressive in the worst way possible. I mean, real jurors showed up, sat down, and waited for a trial that this man simply decided not to attend. Like, he really thought showing up was optional. I mean, he's not just fighting the system at this point. It's almost like he's actively refusing to participate in it and genuinely expecting that to keep working out for him. And like, the fact that he has active cases in multiple courtrooms at the same time and is still in here talking about federal trust tells you everything about where his head is. Like a GPS tether and a scram tether, that's not a normal bond condition. That's usually what happens when a judge looks at your history and decides you cannot be trusted on any level. And I honestly don't blame Judge Simpson for those conditions. I mean, some people learn from consequences and some people just collect them. And Daniel Magoo is very clearly in the second category.
And I bring all of this up to say, Your Honor, that the people are concerned about the defendant's ability to remain law-abiding, because I'll also note for the record that at the time that the new resisting, obstructing, fleeing, eluding case and the telecommunications malicious use case came up, he was in bench warrant status before Judge Slay, is my understanding, for refusing to come after the case here had been bound over, refusing to appear in person. I say all of that to say this. I do think that $10,000 is too low. And I also am going to request a scram tether because this is an OWI 4th alleged, as well as a GPS tether, given his history of failure to appear and failure to comply with court regulations. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is the bench warrant before Judge Slay still out?
She has bond denied in her case now.
His bond's been denied in that?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Got it. Anything you'd like to say?
Anything to do with any contracts with the state of Michigan are void ab initio for a matter of law, as I have an canceled driver's license and I have an international driver's permit. And that also relates to the Canton case that they're trying to stick me for a driving unlicensed suspended citation in which that I have an international driver's permit, making it also void. All of my matters, including the vehicle that I'm registered under, are registered to the federal government, not the state, under the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. All of these charges are frivolous and a part of a long pattern of malicious prosecution by Ms. Londy, the Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office, and quite frankly, you, Your Honor.
Hearing argument regarding bond, the court does believe that it was an abuse of discretion given the circumstances of this defendant to set his bond at the $10,000 figure. After hearing argument, viewing the file, the court does believe that not only does the defendant pose a risk to the public,
No victims.
I do believe that the defendant is a risk of flight given those circumstances and has indeed, or at least is charged in this case, refused to obey or fled and eluded.
That was added on afterwards. The police officer did not report that at all.
The court, given those circumstances, would in each case raise the defendant's bond, grant the people's motion. Defendant's bond in each matter is set in the amount of $50,000 cash here. Thank you. If everybody doesn't mind, the court's going to take a very brief recess, and then I will come back and we will finish the morning.
All right.
Judge Simpson raised his bond from $10,000 to $50,000 cash, and Daniel Magoo still called it malicious prosecution on the way out. Fourth DUI, multiple warrants, a jury trial he ghosted, and a diplomat plate on his car. And his defense was that he has no contracts with the state of Michigan. Drop a comment and let me know if you guys think he actually shows up to the next court date. And if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.